We've all been there. You've been doing the right thing for months. Skipped the extra takeout, set up the auto transfer, watched the market like you're studying for a final exam. But when you check the balance, it barely moved. It feels like you're trying to fill a swimming pool with a teaspoon. And then your brain starts whispering, "Dude, what's the point? At this rate, I'll be 100 before I can retire." If you feel that way, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news? Your brain is not built to understand compounding. The good news? That feeling, that frustration, is not proof you're failing. It's proof you're in the exact stage where most people quit. Today, I'm going to show you a simple roadmap called the 8-4-3 rule. And once you see it, you'll understand why building wealth feels like you're living 3 different lives. And the boring part you're in right now, that's where the game is actually won. Let's talk about the cycle, the one I call paycheck-to-pay heck. Paycheck hits, you feel rich for like 9 minutes. Then reality shows up with receipts, rent, car payment, groceries, insurance, student loans. That one subscription you forgot you had that's somehow still charging you since 2019. And what's left? Not enough to feel like it matters. So you tell yourself, I'll invest when I make more. But here's the trap. If you don't build the investing muscle now, more money doesn't fix it. More money just means more expensive problems. The real goal isn't make a little progress. The real goal is to build a wealth-building machine, a system that turns your income into assets automatically. Not hype, not vibes, a machine. And machines don't run on motivation, they run on rules. So here's the rule. The 8-4-3 rule is how compounding feels in real life. The first 8 years feel slow, unfair, almost insulting. The next 4 years feel like momentum finally kicks in. The next 3 years feel, honestly, like cheating, like the account is possessed. And if you don't know this roadmap, you'll quit in life 1 thinking, I guess this investing stuff doesn't work for me. When really, you just left the movie during the boring setup scene. Life 1 is the part nobody wants to hear about because it's not sexy. It's not, I turned $500 into $50,000. It's more like, I invested every month for years and it felt like nothing happened. And that's normal, because in the beginning, your money has no mass. It's like pushing a dead car. At first you're giving full effort, and the car just sits there. And this is where the scoreboard lies to you. Your brain wants a straight line, effort into reward out. But compounding doesn't work in straight lines. It works like this. The early years are flat because the base is small, not because you're doing it wrong. In life 1, you keep checking the account like it's a grade. And when the market dips, you feel punished. But the market dipping early is not punishment. It's a discount on your future. Here's the strategy that saves people. Stop tracking dollars. Start tracking shares. Because dollars lie. Shares stack. Think of an index fund like a playlist. It's a basket of companies, the world's best hits. The price changes every day because the news changes every day. But your share count? If you're consistent, it only goes one direction. Up. I want you to literally do this. Write your share count on a sticky note. Put it on your mirror. Every month, update it. And when the market drops, you don't say, I'm down. You say, how many more shares can I buy for the same money? Because in life 1, your job is not to get rich. Your job is to become unbreakable. And yeah, your contributions will do most of the work here. That's not a flaw. That's the whole point. Life 1 is you building the engine. People lose here because they want the engine to sound fast, not be fast. If you survive life 1, something shifts. This is life 2, the next 4 years. I call it the handoff because up to now, You've been doing all the heavy lifting. But around year 9, your money starts doing something that feels disrespectful. It starts bullying your paycheck. You'll have a month where the market gains more than you added. And that's when people finally say, "Oh, that's what they meant." But life 2 is also dangerous, because in life 1, you were tempted to quit because it was slow. In life 2, you'll be tempted to get cocky because it's finally moving. This is where people start doing dumb stuff like trying to pick the next Nvidia, chasing memes, day trading like it's a personality trait, timing the market because they watched 3 clips on YouTube. And I'm not saying you can't own individual stocks. I'm saying don't sabotage the machine. When you finally build momentum, the worst move is grabbing the steering wheel and jerking it around. Stay boring. Be the person who can sit still when the world gets loud. Because boring isn't a lack of intelligence. Boring is a strategy. Then you hit life 3, the next 3 years. This is where it gets weird, because the snowball is finally heavy enough to move on its own. The car you were pushing? Now it's rolling downhill, and the gains can look like a completely different person is contributing. This is when you start seeing a random year where the account grows by multiple paychecks worth months, where you're like, wait, I didn't even do anything. The moment you realize wealth is not built by intensity, it's built by duration. And this is the tragedy. Most people never reach life 3, not because it's impossible, but because they quit in year 3, year 5, year 6. They leave right before the handoff. They walk away from the job right before the promotion. Compounding isn't slow. Quitting is fast. So how do you stay in the game long enough to see it get weird? You don't try harder. You install a system. Here are 3 things that turn you from paycheck to pay heck into a wealth-building machine. 1. The key card trigger. Tie investing to a habit you can't avoid, like a hotel key card. You can't access the room unless you swipe. Example: every time you park your car at home after work, you do one action. Open your brokerage app, buy $5 or $10 of your playlist, close the app. Make it physical. Make it automatic. Make it stupid. Simple. 2. The panic penalty. Make quitting expensive. Pick a friend. Make a deal. If you ever panic sell during a market dip, you owe them $50 cash on the spot. Not Venmo, cash. Because pain is a teacher. 3. Build the person. This is the part nobody talks about. The account is only half the point. The other half is building the kind of person who can hold assets for decades. Because the real flex is not buying shares. The real flex is not selling them when life gets messy. When your car breaks and you don't liquidate your future, you find another way. You drive Uber for a month. You cut spending temporarily. You sell something. You negotiate bills. That moment doesn't just protect your portfolio, it builds your identity. And wealthy people? They're not special. They just have an identity that protects the machine. Here's the entire video in one sentence. Build the engine. Protect the streak. Stay in the game long enough to see it get weird. Start today. Even if it's small. Because your first share is not a financial move. It's a vote for a different life. And if you want, drop a comment. What year are you in? Life 1, Life 2, or Life 3? I'll see you in the next one.